Why don't these hanging stones fall? Some boulders defy gravity. Despite balancing on other rocks in the midst of fault lines, they stay precariously perched. Such rocks show up around the world and get their unpredictable looks through different mechanisms. Many are remnants of bigger rocks that eroded, while others are the products of melted glaciers, avalanches, or rock falls. One such rock is the Balancing Rock, is a force of nature standing proudly on the cliffs overlooking St. Mary's Bay. Folks come here because they don't believe the pictures. This column of rock sitting at the edge of the cliff looking like it will fall over any minute. This rock is a narrow vertical 9-meter high column of basalt hanging on for dear life on cliffs overlooking St. Mary's Bay on the Bay of Fundy. No one knows for sure how long it has been like this, but it could be thousands of years. The Golden Rock is a well-known Buddhist pilgrimage site in Burma. It is a small pagoda which is 7.3 meters, built on the top of a granite boulder covered with gold leaves pasted on by its male devotees. According to legend, the Golden Rock itself is precariously perched on a strand of the Buddha's hair. The Balancing Rock seems to defy gravity, as it perpetually appears to be on the verge of rolling down a hill. The rock and the pagoda are at the top of Mount Kyaiktiyo. Another legend states that a Buddhist priest impressed the Celestial King with his asceticism, and the Celestial King used his supernatural powers to carry the rock to its current place, specifically choosing the rock for its resemblance to the monk's head. Another hanging stone is Krishna's Butterball. Krishna's Butterball is a gigantic granite boulder resting on a short incline in the historical coastal resort town of Mamallapuram in the Tamil Nadu state of India. The boulder is approximately 6 meters high and 5 meters wide and weighs around 250 tons. It seems to float and barely stands on a slope on top of a 1.2 meter, 4 ft, high plinth, which is a naturally eroded hill and is said to have been at the same place for 1,200 years. In 1908, then governor of the city Arthur Havelock attempted to use 7 elephants to move the boulder from its position due to safety concerns, but with no success. On October 12, 2019, the Indian Prime Minister and Chinese President took a photo in front of Krishna's Butterball holding hands during their second informal summit. The Garden of the Gods red rock formations were created during a geological upheaval along a natural fault line millions of years ago. Archaeological evidence shows that prehistoric people visited Ted Garden of the Gods about 1330 BC. At about 250 BC, Native American people camped in the park. They are believed to have been attracted to wildlife and plant life in the area and used overhangs created by the rocks for shelter. Many native peoples have reported a connection to the Garden of the Gods, including Apache, Cheyenne, Comanche, Kiowa, Lakota, Pawnee, Shoshone, and Ute people. The balanced rock is one of the main attractions. This boulder looks like a rock that has been balanced and doesn't fall. Another boulder that seems like it could fall anytime is the Tabasco Stone. Tabasco Stone or Wobbly Stone was a balancing rock located in Tandil, Buenos Aires province, Argentina. Its weight was about 300 tons. It attracted attention and tourists because of the way it was balanced on the edge of a hill. It was particularly interesting not only because of the way it balanced on the face of the hill, but also because it rocked from morning to evening in a very slow fashion. People used to place bottles under the bottom of the massive rock only to see them smashed later in the day. Some stones seemed to be balanced on the ground and looked like they could roll over any time. The Devil's Marbles are a collection of massive granite boulders strewn across a valley south of Tennant Creek. Standing at up to 6 meters high and formed over millions of years, they continue to crack and change. Gerag Bolton is a boulder on the mountain Gerag in Sandnes municipality in Rogaland County, Norway. The rock itself is a 5 cubic meter G5 cubic meter wedged in the mountain's crevasse. It is a popular tourist destination and is accessible without any climbing equipment. However, it is suspended above a 984 meter deep abyss. It is also a popular site for base jumping. The boulder is just southwest of the village of Lisbotten, just south of the Lissafjorden.